Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be continuing One Piece episodes 169 and 170. And before we start the reactions, I just wanted to say, I was thinking when we saw that Kuma guy, one of the warlords, we saw him last episode and the episode before. I swear to God, I was thinking, like, because we've seen some of the warlords during that meeting, but that was like 200 and something episodes ago, but it was bugging me. So after the reaction, I went back and looked at that episode, which was 151, and he is shown for a couple seconds on there, but they did show him. So I feel like this is gonna happen a lot in this show with how many characters they are, and it seems like they like to bring these guys back like a couple hundred episodes later. It's insane. So I will apologize now for any future times where I don't remember somebody 100%, because it's just gonna happen. They're really, I mean, literally, I looked in the episode, I was like, was he shown more? Did he have a bunch of lines? No, this was just like a very brief appearance. So but it is kind of a cool thing to have these characters. You're like, oh yeah, he's a warlord there, and then you kind of forget about him, and then 200 episodes or more, he shows up again. I don't know. I like things like that, but I thought I'd address it because he has been shown very briefly before. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out these episodes early and uncut over on patreon.com/ajrich123. Think about joining there. That would definitely be appreciated. And let's go ahead and start. Probably around the time you went up top to look for him. Nothing new, just getting lost somewhere you're not familiar with. Exactly what Brooke said. Now how long is that gonna take for you to find the shadow now? Are we gonna have to wait a couple more episodes? Give Luffy a couple minutes of screen time, forget about him for the rest of the episode. And here's the perfect target for it. And that's something you have to get used to as well. Jesus. If you're used to using the same type of swords, each sword's gonna fight a little bit differently. And way differently. Holy shit. Yeah, he didn't even expect how much that wave, or how big that wave would be. That's just gonna take time. We're just waiting for you to say gumma gum again. I still think his legs are way too small for his body. He is not proportionate. No, that's a belly smash. What is it with that pose? He's doing this. He's doing that shit. He could be a model. It's like each slash 108 pounds to the face. Well, we do. Though it would help Luffy to get his shadow back, obviously. And why Luffy would have a disadvantage and why he's having trouble in the first place with these type of fights. They're not direct. That's why he's trying to end this now. Yep, because him and Sanji are going to have to hide after that point once it becomes bright outside. Maybe they'll get lucky enough to run into where their shadows are, because they are fighting each other right now. I really like this look, though. Like, big boss fight, all the straw hats. Oh, yeah. That could change things. That's why they were able to be there for so long, too. Without frying to the sun. That's just bad for everybody, though. Everyone that's lost a shadow, for sure. Oh shit, he appeared immediately. And they're the same size. I mean, if he's there already, then that teleportation thing can reach a decent distance. It seems like, anyway, at least from one side of the island to the other. It's a good question. He's even asking him that. Oh, maybe he asked that because he can send them there? Or would he just give the opposite and send them to the opposite place? Oh, shit. Yeah. That's another thing. I want to know what the heck happened after this, too. Is he gonna say what happened here, or? Okay, so he is... So he's a warlord now, too. So from what we learned about Blackbeard and everything, just like he said, he thinks this is going to do the opposite. I would think the same way. Even though some of the warlords have been, as we saw from Crocodile... they all are very, very different. Not necessarily bad, but they all have different ideals, different things that they're looking for or doing. And there would, someone like Blackbeard being a warlord, I don't think could be a good thing any way you look at it. And they'll have to replace another one. Wait, so that's why he was sent there, to protect him, maybe? Suppress the weak pirates? So we've seen pirates go here, and they get their shadows taken away, right? And then they're not able to do anything. So was that Moria's job? Like... because he takes their shadows away and they can't do anything after that point. And if you thought about it from that angle, it is helping the government because that's less pirates out in sea and everything like that. And if that's why he was made like a warlord for that specific reason, that's kind of smart on their end. I didn't think about it through that angle. True. Yeah, because none of them expected Luffy to beat people like Crocodile or Lucci, or of course they'd be keeping eyes on them, and now I guess they don't want to lose Moria as well. I'm sure it's a pain for them to replace warlords like that. As we saw, they had to have a meeting and everything. Oh, okay, so it wasn't ordered. He's doing it on his own accord. He's underestimating Luffy too, though, and we've seen what happens when you do that. It's like he was bored before, and now he has even a bigger reason to fight. You actually pumped him up a bit by Kuma going over there and telling him that information. Oh, god damn! He's literally in his stomach! That's something, though, being able to hide in fucking OARS' belly. There's a cockpit! Is he trying to tickle him or poke him? You can't ride in yourself. That is such a Luffy thing. It's like, hey, I'm a robot. That made him even more pumped up. Well, we know that. Beat him, then everyone's free. Because now you know, oh, there's the weak spot, because if you can just get inside his... Yeah. That's got to be what Brook found, right? Though if you know there's a weakness to salt, and it would get rid of the shadow, wouldn't you not have salt on the entire island? That's a bad combination. He got the salt. Okay. He got the salt. And they even wrote salt on the motherfucker. You guys are idiots. Yeah, I'm your Brook. No, why do I even question this? Why would you write salt on the bag if you know that's the weakness? And the shadows can get away. Like, why would you make it that obvious? I mean, obviously, oh, that's salt, but why would you have a big bag on the island? Why do I ask these questions? I think this episode was very not like really gave us some knowledge about the warlords, which is always good. I seems to be that they hold a little more information for us every 50 or so episodes about the warlords and about things that are going on that side. But them talking about Moria said something about him being the one to suppress the weaker pirates. And if that's the angle, and that's why I was saying, if that's the angle the government would go, like how they're picking warlords and what they have their own jobs to kind of do, it would make sense why he would be a warlord then, because his specific ability actually does that really well. And then it traps them there, and the pirates not being able to do anything or dying from the sun or whatever, it suppresses them, and it's less work for the government themselves. So him saying that actually made a lot of sense. But I gotta say, like, Blackbeard becoming one of the warlords, but they didn't tell us what the heck happened with that fight. But we learned just a lot of information, and just as usual, we get a few questions answered and then a few added. It seems to be with this show, it likes to do that to us. But now Moria being inside OARS, them being able to fight together, you got the brute force, and then you got the smarts and intellect and just strategizing wise of Moria. Kind of a deadly combination, or at least a tougher combination than them by themselves. And Brook with the salt. The milk was the priority. Not this way, and definitely not that fast. Now you just need to get it inside his gut. Time limit, though. It always makes everything tougher. You're still gonna fight, though, so that's always good. I just don't question those things anymore. He's a zombie. Anything could be inside him. You're an operator. Can you control OARS through that? Can you do something he normally can't do? You just got to keep showing how shiny his head is now. Yes, do the aren't you supposed to stop, drop, and roll? You're on fire. I always thought about that. They tell you stop, drop, and roll. I'm like, is that gonna work if you're completely all the way on fire to that extent? Because it's fake. Gotta give him a little bit of, okay, a lot of distance. Oh, Jesus. Jenga! Everything's gonna fall over now. You grabbed one of the pieces. I was always horrible at that game. Okay, that didn't go according to plan. That's an instant KO. If those things hit you anyway. Even Brooke's down. Everything's okay. Holy shit, that's a huge slingshot. Not a good way of thinking when you're creating something. Oh, shit. Everything is super. But can he shut it at any time? Or, okay, just avoid it. I would think he'd have some type of protections, even if he is opened up. Oh. That's several tons of red meat smashing into your face. Yeah, what you could expect. Instant knockout. Good thing he's a cyborg, or it might not have worked as well. Meaning, he might not have been able to take that type of hit. He didn't have some parts in him. Actually, a good attack if there's metal and shit inside him like that. What he was really worried about the whole time. Best thing that could happen to him. I love it. It does not matter where they're at, what they're doing. He will always flip on the simp switch immediately. He just becomes a cheerleader. More. Oh, God. He could easily destroy what she's on. Or maybe he thinks he can? Though his arm is absolutely huge. How did he stretch? Like, because we know he is, because you saw the arms go, they looked extended for one, but smaller, like you're stretching your arm. Why wasn't he doing that before? Is it only because MORIA is there that he's able to do that? Interesting. Oh. Good thing for Robin. You're not falling anymore. I'm waiting for the explanation, but we gotta have 30 seconds of him laughing. First. That's a good thing in this show. Make sure before you give any explanation, just get your signature laugh. Because that's what people want to hear. Laughing is more important in this show than explanation. Come on. Well, the trouble is... Oh. Incredible power? What the f... And I'm gonna assume they all said no. I guess she's so strong because she can take that many rejections. I was expecting her to have like an incredibly deep voice. The victim network. This is what I was talking about, though. These weaker pirates, MORIA is doing his job in suppressing these weaker pirates. They can't leave. They can't do the stuff that they normally do. They are definitely knowledgeable. What the? But isn't that shadow automatically trying to... Oh! I thought the shadow's like trying to find its person is supposed to go in. Oh, shit. Wouldn't this make him weaker, though? This some random person shadow? That's gotta be weird as hell. Wouldn't it mix in? Is he gonna get part of that person's personality? That is such a weird combination, but I didn't think the shadows would work that way. Wow. Does that mean he won't burn up with the sun too? Because you have somebody else's shadow? It's like, yeah, it's like a bunch of power boots. Okay, of course there's a time limit on it. Okay, they really are trying to help. Wow. And because Luffy is so strong, I guess he can handle that many people going inside. Jesus. Can't even say that complete sentence. With that many personalities crammed into one person, wouldn't that confuse the shit out of you, though? He's got a... Mentally, I would think that would really mess with you. Holy shit. Wait, so he... Oh, shit. He got really big, which is appropriate to fight OARS. Needing a weapon like that. With 100 shadows, meaning 100 personalities, of course he'd be different. It's like multiple personality disorder times 100 in one person. Because he's going to give everybody he hits a nightmare from his power. That was actually very, very unexpected when it comes to that. The way the shadows work, being able to actually pull, you know, put the salt in them, get the shadow out of them. I thought it would automatically, you know, try to find their body. But I guess they were nabbing these shadows while the shadows were looking for their original body or whatever. But I didn't think it was actually capable. It's kind of a cool concept. Being able to, if they can take the shadows out and put shadows in zombies, right? I guess it would make sense that you could take, you know, the shadows out of people and put them into regular people too as a boost. I guess it works the same way. I guess I just didn't really think of it like that. It was going to go in that direction, but the personality thing though, like they said, any normal person, it would break their will. It would you couldn't handle that many personalities in one person. And obviously if all these shadows were a lot stronger than you or whatever, then it would probably take you over and completely change you. Fortunately, Luffy is strong-willed, you know, just strong in general. So he's able to, I think he'd probably be the only person that'd be able to handle something like this. With such a, like I said, I would think you would have their voices in your head, just that many things running. And then obviously the physical change as well, but mental change. That's just a lot to think of, because the regular zombies, they just have one shadow in them. So it's only one personality change. That's it. But Luffy has 100. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. Well, just like Luffy, he uses his head. That is really a disadvantage now. Now that he can actually stretch and use those type of moves. Yeah, it has to be something that MORIA is able to do because he's like in there or whatever. Oh, is he able to draw out the best? Like the best of the abilities from the shadow? Only when he's using that ability, maybe? True. What the hell? He can do stuff he wouldn't normally be able to do. You would think that could go bad, though? You would think there'd be a limit per person, though. Can you make somebody do something that they absolutely wouldn't be able to do normally at all? Can you snap them in half? Oh my god, that must... I'm assuming it's gotta hurt him, right? Yeah, that's... He's an... I was gonna say OARS bomb, but... that works too. He's trying to get a strike. Turned him into a big bowling ball. Yeah, he must feel like he's not fighting his own fight. And we're still surprised by this? I would think it would just be MORIA, but if you can get in him or whatever and just hit MORIA. Are they doing the... Oh. For some reason, I thought they were going to do the... Oh, they're doing kind of a form of it. I thought they were going to do the Transformers thing again. Brook tornado? Oh, okay. An electric tornado. He's probably going to have to hit him several times. You would think. He's kind of stuck in the wall, though. Attack him while he's down? Definitely not a Luffy strategy. You gotta respect the special attacks. He focuses on one guy. Just don't get his attention. It's not gonna work. Because MORIA has to be doing it. Yeah. Oh, is she... Does she have MORIA locked up or something? Ah, okay. Now they can fight at an equal... Have more of an equal fight. That way. Maybe for a moment? Well, yeah, he can still manipulate to a certain extent. I guess bats beat arms. What the hell is the... Take that bat mouth out of her thigh. It still reminds... I know it's Shadow, but it still reminds me of Ink. Even the sound effects. Can you choke him to death? Or go for the balls. Oh, oh! Fuck, we know she can snap shit. God damn. I would expect him not to, you know, perish from something like that, though. Did he hide in his shadow? That must be it. Yeah, okay. Mandatory 1 minute of laughing. How do you kill somebody like that then? That means you have to somehow defeat the shadow as well. At least focus on it more than MORIA himself, which is kind of bullshit. They made her losing her shadow a bit more dramatic than the others. Like it. Maybe it's just because I love Robin. Damn it. Felt a little bit worse. It really sucks. Like, we know how to get the shadows back and everybody else for the stolen shadows, but how do you get rid of his shadow? He's just a little impatient. That type of thing, that he does, like attacking when people are down, is the most un-Luffy thing. It kind of makes them feel a lot different, actually. That's how you get a Robin pancake. That is the power that he has when he's, well, when it's for Nami or Robin. Oh, I guess he was sneaking up there while they were fighting. We were too busy thinking about putting the salt in him and not what would actually killed him before. I don't think he understood any of that other than talk. He hurt himself, right? That was some smart, big brain chopper moves right there. Just gotta outsmart him. That's his real weakness. The power of the brain. That looks so odd. Leg on leg in the air. I don't think it's really hit him yet. Like, oh, that arm might stop working. He's not feeling how much damage is actually being done. Attacks in point blank range. Jesus. Hopefully the damage they've done so far was enough to weaken him a bit. Or maybe they can kind of continue the damage they did already. Maybe Zoro can finish it off? Chopper had a really good strategy there, though. And that was one thing I wasn't really thinking about with the zombies. I mean, even through this arc, was their weakness before they became zombies or how they died. That was not something I really processed. But anyway, on to the next one.